All right, hello there, YouTube. This is Mr. Pokemon 907, and welcome to my previous episode. I did say that that was episode 10, but that was really episode 9. This is episode 10 of my Monster Hunter Rise Sunbreak playthrough. Don't mind it isn't here. I bought this then I eventually added Sunbreak after. I think I bought it with Sunbreak, and yeah, it just loaded into the system as Rise natively. So I'm actually really good at Monster Hunter. I'm really good at just about anything I put my mind to. I would definitely say that I'm what you call prodigy material. I'm really gifted, and I'm going to get to my reason after for saying this in the first place, bringing this up. Being a prodigy mine is very lonely. When I say lonely, I mean extremely, very lonely. All right, because what I found is that these days humanity became more and more selfish, in a sense that if someone is more gifted or more talented, and it reminds other people of how not talented they are, how not understanding they are, they tend to keep away. And especially these days, I've been lashing out a lot at people that I am quite sure, I don't think they're less than me necessarily. I just know that they're wrong, and they're really like lethal towards good, and like they just, especially these days, the more happens, people want to do what makes them happy. The end of days is near. We're hearing all the time. We just had that big earthquake in Venezuela and else. They're only talking about Venezuela for some reason, but it happened in a lot of places. And of course, some countries are going to want to keep that quiet because it could damage their tourism, it could damage their lands. A lot of people won't be going there. I guess they said Venezuela isn't, that important or whatever the hell. So we could just drop all this news and it wouldn't affect Venezuela as much. But yeah, um, I'm gonna say definitely feel sorry for those people and what happened, but these days are so selfish. A lot of people feel nothing, like quite literally. And yeah, that's my person who's playing a bit more. I'm trying to get the all the armors for the monsters, like completing them. This is gonna be interesting because this is not my playthrough of the YouTube series, but I'm gonna show what I did, and I can swear on the origin of all life. I'm telling the truth. I did this myself. This is also my playthrough, but this is to show you where we're going. Okay, to give you some high hopes for the series, because I did this. I could definitely do it again. I'm not a different person. I'm the same. All right. So what I did here, let me just go ahead and manage equipment, change equipment. It isn't going to show up the same way. Go over to one of the smithies, the nearest that I could find. So upgrade armor, forge / upgrade armor, forge, and right to the very bottom. I completed this one, so I got all the pieces for this. This is the Risen Shigaru Magala outfit. So when you press the preview button, you can see how it looks. Very powerful. You can use layered armors to like put another armor over it, and this is the one for Risen Crimson Glow Val Straps. I'm actually working on this right now. This monster is mean, I tell you. All right, so I only need two more. I only need to beat this thing 2 more times. I'm working on that in my personal time. What I was saying is it's very lonely when you're a skilled person. A lot of people won't know for sure because there's a lot of odd talk all over the place, and for multiple reasons, people aren't going to be as nice to you naturally. Like, I'm a guy, if a female is interested, all along growing up on this island, Barbados I'm born on, the crowd would either enviously, or if they think they're helping me, kind of sway that female away from talking, whatever else. And the more bad and terrible and world-ending things happen back to back, the more I found myself pulling away. I could have been way further in this YouTube series. Look at this. Let me just, so where we're gonna get spoilers or not, there's no story spoiler here. I'm just showing the peak of the, I already got the 4. I'm at 4 right now in the YouTube series. I'm at star 4. Alright? And there's only 5 and 6 left. Alright? For the villager quest. And of course, I did all of them myself. Yeah. So, for... Ooh, there's Zinogre only in 5. Zinogre's in 5. This is gonna be hype. Alright, so in like 2 more episodes, we're going to be taking Zinogre down because I'm going to be going an hour and some each episode. I've got the memory to do it, can dish it out. Alright, and I'm going to go in the hub for those who doubt me like shit. I've been taking these monsters down like water, man. I finished a Matsu, or let's see, so this is crazy as hell. Alright, so the anomaly quest, the Curio infected monsters, right? Spoiler alert. Sometimes you get risen monsters, and they're asking as a request. This is like sometimes is like they have once in a while a particular monster. If you beat this particular monster, you get more points. You get like bonus coins and stuff from this guy that trades you for finishing certain anomaly monsters. And they want me to slay a risen Shigeri Magala that is 171, level 171 or higher. Right? The highest that I got this thing to on my own, right? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? It should be somewhere here. Risen Crimson Global Strats, my bad, right? So if I press and I try to raise this thing, 147. What? No, these people are crazy. I don't know if it's because I'm using Jewel Blaze. I use Jewel Blaze throughout the entire thing, and this is what proves it that I'm a boss, alright? I do not use Bunny Dango. Bunny Dango is this thing in the game, this feature, this stuff in the game. You go buy a pack of Bunny Dango. It boosts your attack, speed, different things. I straight away, look, I swear on the source of all life that I'm telling lies, or if I'll drop dead if I'm telling lies, alright? I swear on the origin of all life that I never use Bunny Dango, alright? Throughout my story playthrough, getting, you know, monsters killed and stuff like that. And I made it, alright? Check this. I made it all the way to 5-star. Alright, 6-star. There's only one mission that I did not complete in this, and that's because it is ridiculous. You can see it missing there already. And that is the Primordial Malzeno in the Forlorn Arena. Because this thing, it does this move where it charges itself up to an explosion, and it teleports right behind you and explodes on a random. There's all these waves going around. You've got to run through them and get out. And I only realized recently, if I stop using the Palamute, the dog, I stop riding that thing and I just run on my bare feet and pull out the web bug. But it's very precise movement you've got to have. And this Forlorn Arena is too small for that. If you're in a large area, like a normal area, you can pitch a ride on your Palamute, you can get out, keep running, and it'll just blow up. You know, it's just explode behind you, and you're safe. But in this tiny area, you have no freaking where to run. It's very small a space, and it's crazy. That's why I'm trying to get my Risen Crimson Global Strats armor for that. That's the only thing I've got to do, literally, man. Everything else is completed, and this is 6-star master rank. Not that. I even started for fun completing the master rank event quest. I'm like down through 2 pages and counting. I did one here on a random because, you know, it's simple. Just slay a Geratoda. So these missions are very fun, man. I can call alright, no, not with that one. So no. That is to cancel. Yeah. So you can also call this is a heads up. Like, instead of me just playing through slowly, and these days are very distracting. That those big earthquakes hit Venezuela the other day. This is happening next year. The economy is in shambles. So everything is distracting, and you're just watching this video. You're more than likely, if you're new to Monster Hunter especially, you won't know anything, pretty much. So I'm just going to show you in the early. Say I choose a mission, right? Then I could select between these different story. I can actually bring these guys with me on the hunt, although there's something you've got to do first to unlock them. There's the follower collab quest. I think it's more so the follower quest, and I did them all the way up to 6-star. You've got to fight with them, and when you complete the quest, you eventually unlock them as characters you can fight alongside. Very awesome. Some of them you've got to fight more than one big monster. So this one is Xenogan Gormagla. This one is this one is Rotnica Doggy, Diablos, and what do you call that thing again? I should know, obviously, but head is all over the place these days. But yeah, these missions, all this tediousness. All right, so I already went through 10 minutes and I'm not even loaded into my freaking YouTube playthrough. So you see where I went? Oh yeah, status wise, right? So my attack, like, so you'll see here where it says 360. It's kind of blurry on the side, I just realized. I'm not sure if that's because I have the nature of how I'm recording this, whatever it is, my cam is blurry on the side of the screen, but that's 360 attack, and the defense is 1110. Yeah, and what? Look at my stats, man. Oh my god. Alright, I've got Feral Demon mode or Feral Rage mode, then in Rage mode. Feral Rage mode is like a bit more power down behind it. Yeah. So I did a whole lot here. My actual armor isn't what I'm... This is my layered armor on the outside. Yeah. And my actual armor right now is... Let's see, change equipment. Right, so Risen Teostra, that's going to be our aim, I realized, for this game. Risen Teostra is the best armor in this game for sure. And if you're skilled enough, you have no need for Bunny Dango. Bunny Dango is for freaking babies. I say it all the time. So I'm just going to save this file. Even although I didn't do much, I still saved my game before I quit out. I'm going to quit to title screen. And then we're going to load in to my YouTube series. Yeah, my YouTube series, this save file. Alright. So this is my personal, and here we are. So let's go. A lot to be done for sure. A lot. This game is really lengthy, but I can make this happen in like no time at all. Just get my proper weapons, my proper armors, and we are gonna be fine. Alright, so speaking of her, I think I did is a lot. Let's see, side quests. Just looking at these to get them from annoyingly in our faces with all the red marks. Or hunter equipment, ramp up weapons. We were already spoken to about that. Let's see. So rampage quests. So much to read. A lot of people would definitely not look at these at all. So I guess some people's save files literally have red marks everywhere, and they're never looked at. I do not doubt that is a thing. This is crazy to this. Like, Capcom is like really good company, but I think honestly with some of their games, especially Monster Hunter, they sometimes overdo it, and I think that's why the sales in the Monster Hunter games, not because the game is bad, the games are amazing, is that, I think this might be a bit too loud, I don't know, is that the games are literally, I'd say, very skill based. So I'll be fine. I could get through something maybe. At some point I was actually complaining and I was struggling to get through, but that is until I found out my weapons. I forgot to show something else, and I'm gonna do it. Believe it or not, I'm gonna go back. I have something else to show you. We're gonna save again. Alright, we're gonna save again. I'm quitting. Jumping back to my title screen here, and I'm gonna something else. This is what made the difference, I'd say. This is where the game gets, like, I'd say, like, crazy excessive, like seriously insanely cruel. Okay, so you have your weapons and your armors upgraded already. Then there's this anomaly quest thing that I mentioned, right? So when you get a certain point, then I think post game or just before, right? There is forging weapons, there's forging armor, then there's curious weapon crafting, Then there's curious armor crafting. So curios are like this kind of parasite species that infect monsters, make them stronger. It kills them after a while, but the amount of damage that they can do to villages and people and stuff like that, they send the hunters out anyway to get rid of them, kill them in the early before they can do damage to people. And you'd go here and you'd add an anomaly slot, but it usually says first, like say one that I don't have. So enable augmentation, you've got to use afflicted materials. And what I wasn't aware of is that if I'm going to do some form of anomaly quest, right, you can actually look at the mission. I was just panicking and not reading properly what is going on. And yeah, so anomaly investigations, you can see I'm going to use my hand and point it out. Right here it says by main awards. I wasn't looking at that, so imagine, whoa, and I'm supposed to be really smart. Afflicted Hard Claw or Prime Amber Essence, and when you go, no, that's a mosquito and stuff like that, no need to worry about that. Mosquitoes and all that shit. Listening to my, you know, the spot that I live, having my house is actually built facing the wind, and this is like down behind a lot of trees and plants and stuff like that, so all the flies from outside, all the mosquitoes, everything gets in. And when you're foraging these things, right, you're told, Jesus, I hate when that happens. I'm standing over here and sometimes the radical goes over to the other. Yeah, anyways, so back to the curious weapon crafting. All right, and let's see, I'm dealing with these, right? And you can see what you need. So I'm gonna, the very thing that I don't have is just the last anomaly slot added, and that isn't really necessary. I have maxed attack and one elemental boost added already. If I want to add another elemental boost, that's what's going to be useful. But I would need a risen dragon tick blood, it says right there, and a risen slug bone. You can see there, right? So it tells you what you need, and then the mission also tells you what the monster delivers. So I didn't see that. And then you can also go in and search for particular items. So if you're playing through right now, I am actually helping you on your personal quest. So you can press the, what button is it again? So it is Y. You press the Y button, yeah, that's above here. You press the Y button and you can search for particulars like afflicted bones, afflicted pelts, what monsters give the bones. So say search, it's gonna, I have Arzers in here, Volvidon, whatever you have. I'd give some tips as well on how to do that, or you could just watch my, you know, later down the road, way down maybe episode 30 or some shit when I'm doing these, because I think it's gonna be that short. I don't think it's gonna be much episodes after this. It's gonna seem like it should be a lot, but no ways. Alright, so I already went 17 minutes in. This is crazy, and people are gonna be like, what the hell is this guy doing, man? Like, he isn't making any sense at all. Like, this is 17 minutes in and he's just talking. But if you're a true Monster Hunter fan, you definitely understand what I'm doing here, why I was explaining all this. This game is insane. This is the, like, in out of all the Monster Hunter games that I've played, world included, this Monster Hunter is crazy. When you get to master rank, it is insane. All right, I am going to admit this is where Capcom was on some form of, I'd say, like crack or something, because you'll see when we get there, these monsters are crazy. I'd say insane. All right, so we're at 4, and yeah, they're gonna continue right on here and get these quests. So we are at 4. You can see this is star 4. There's 2 more after this, and this area of the game is done. So Barioth. Alright, wicked, crazy, evil Barioth. Alright, so I'm going to be doing this. I think my defense is good enough, but barely making it right now for this monster. So I've got some Bishaden. I've got Tetranodon. I want to have at least another Bishaden. I don't think I can make Bishaden. The bitches are hating. The detail in this game is gorgeous. Look at his skin and the pores, man. Oh my god. Alright, anyway, so forge armor for me, please. And Somnicanth, right. So Somnicanth is 22, Bishaden is 22. Those are the highest that we can get right now. Remobra is really good for you would think it would be good against like poison defense, but is anything else? I think, honestly, looking at the weaknesses that the Summer Camp armor has, Bescheiden is the best right now. And that is what I was going with at this point in the game. I can remember. I've actually got really good memory. I was going with this armor set. And I was saying I won't do it, but actually nah. I'm gonna go ahead and just finish the, yeah. Let's see. Hold on a second, man. I think Meowcenaries, they're a thing. And we can go over here even whilst a mission has been already selected. This is the Buddy Plaza. The time has come, blah blah blah. I need some materials, man. And K907 have quite an important message for you. We have modified the Meowcenaries kite so that they are able now to survey further off territories. This means they'll come across new, different materials to collect. If you have no qualms with it, I'd like to get started right away. No qualms with it. Alright, so, there's a mission ongoing. Alright, Meowcenaries, and I'm not recalling, receive items? Alright, so I got those. There's still, alright, so you can take them before they finish the actual full mission. And believe it or not, the entire time I've been playing this, I didn't know that because I've just been rushing through the game, doing certain things. Over here, the game tells you when they're full, but they're not full as yet. The game would have told me something, I'm quite sure. Did it? You know what? I'm just going to take these. Alright. And it'll get more and finish when it's ready to. I can only send one submarine right now because I sent only one cat out. But yeah, a lot of stuff going on all at once. I'm 21 minutes in and it didn't hunt anything as yet. I'm going to be going for an hour and some for sure. What time is it? 3:21. I changed it to English as well.
Enter its domain, and the price will be steep. Don't fall for the charm of its shining white gown.
Oh, snap.
For it will tear you up before taking you down.
And yeah, this is me playing in handheld mode. Believe it or not, some details are nicer, depending on the screen of your television, of course, but some details are nicer even in handheld mode because it's on a 1080 screen. It's actually displaying 1080 because it's not a big blown up flat screen TV. Flat screen TVs, that size is like around, I'd say 2K, like 2K screen size, and it's spreading. I detailed this in a video already. Stretching 1080 to show on a 2K screen is not going to look as nice. This game is gorgeous, man. Like seeing it on this Switch 2 screen in raw 1080p is gorgeous, I tell you. Alright, so let me get my materials from this thing. This is going to come in handy down the road because we need some materials for some cooking some meat into what you call well-done steaks, and that boosts your stamina, your energy, hunter energy all the way up in missions. And you know, of course, that's going to be handy when you're fighting monsters that have a lot more energy, have a lot more health. You're going to be fighting for a long while. You've got to run around a lot. I got at least one raw meat. I don't have my paralyzing weapons as yet. There are different elements to the weapons. I don't have my paralyzing as yet. So, alright, so I'm going to go the route that I showed in my previous episodes. And that is a route that is definitely best to take every time you're fighting here if you want to just speedily get your stats up. So we go through here. I get some health there. So my health, my overall health went up a bit. Climb up here. Overall health for the mission, because every mission it resets. This is, I don't know why they made this. Monster Hunter is already like complicated enough already, and they went ahead and did this. I was like, you people are, this is for people maybe that, like, I don't know, maybe you had a terrible accident, you're from the army, something of the sort, you lost your legs, and you're gonna be, maybe for healing or something, you're gonna be in a bed for like 2 months or something. This is a game that would be perfect for him, especially if the person was like if the person was like a Monster Hunter fan or something, you get walls for them or something. You buy a Monster Hunter game for someone who's going to be bedridden for a long while. Rise is one of the good ones. You explain everything that I did in this video. Maybe show them this video and then get them Rise maybe for PS5 or something. This is running the Switch 1 game running on Switch. This is awesome as well. But if they're one of what I call a PlayStation block, someone who grew up on PlayStation and would defend them to life, but PlayStation is a greedy, annoying bastard. I say it. I'm very sorry. They literally made the industry, the video gaming on just graphics and money, because more than 75-85% of the games that come out on PlayStation do not belong to PlayStation. So then all of them are launching on Switch 2, and it's going to hurt the PlayStation stock. A lot of people are like, wait, like, hold on a second. All these games are launching on Nintendo as well. Like, Nintendo was saving up money for decades because Nintendo had slightly lower strength with the, like graphics and stuff like that. So like PlayStation had to get go for a while. But imagine people in a race and someone is just pacing themselves. The person pacing himself maybe in 8th place or something was Nintendo or 5th place. And then all of a sudden, all that energy saved up before the last stretch, the Nintendo is picking up and is in 2nd place, 1st place right now. And Sony is going to die. I said this in a lot of my personal, a lot of my social media posts and some stuff like that. But Sony is in trouble. I see it. I'm a raw, honest person that grew up seeing both consoles. I'm not going to pick and choose. I'm going to be raw, honest. Sony is in trouble because Sony, even with the GTA 6 right now, you make any mistakes in an era where people are so like sensitive with how they spend their money, and you're going to be carrying up prices. The PlayStation 5 is excessively like freaking expensive right now, and Nintendo is a lot cheaper. Nintendo Switch 2 is a lot cheaper. Here he is. And you have all these Stellar Blade, for crying out loud. We've already got Street Fighter 6. Monster Hunter Wilds is coming to Switch 2. Stellar Blade is coming to Switch 2. Oh my freaking god. There's rumors right now. I spoke of it in one of my posts, but even GTA 6, I know that's the crazy one. That is one that I would even doubt is happening. That's crazy as hell. Oh my god. So I'm just going to end this in no time, this Barioth, and we're going to move on. I'm going to see if I can get 2 of these monsters taken down this episode. Or 3, because I don't take that long with Village Quest. You see how easily I'm just aiming and getting these body slashes done. I call them body slashes. Getting this thing cut all the way across from head to tail. Yeah, so I can see Sony being in shambles quite easily. The only thing that Sony has going for it right now, and that's going to be short-lived, is the Marvel games. Like Sony bought Spider-Man, and I think in a sense then they bought Marvel rights for the Marvel Games studio, because we are not getting Tokon Fighting Souls, that Marvel game that is coming out soon enough. If that was Marvel Rivals, if those were to relaunch on a Switch 2, Sony would... I got the tail kind of quick, man. Sony would die, I tell you. I can see that. So, it is the fact that Sony's been lazy. Sony's been foolishly greedy. Look, I've got 4K, I've got 8K. Look at all these graphics. My games are pretty. But that is not all gaming has ever been about. We started with games that were just good enough in graphics, and the storyline. What's most important in video gaming is the story, graphics next, and then the music, alright? But if the story is awesome and the music is awesome, people kind of ignore it. They're like literally... If you know what Octopath Traveler is, yes, the colors are vibrant on PC and stuff like that. On Switch 2 and Nintendo Switch 1 as well. We've got Octopath Traveler. These games literally use the classic Final Fantasy style, which is like the old pixel art that the older games, the first Final Fantasy and stuff used. And you're literally playing games releasing in these days, right, in that graphic style. And people are buying them and loving them. So Nintendo now has a powerful system We're launching wells and all that shit on here. Street Fighter 6 is on here, and it's gorgeous in 1080 and higher. Alright, Stink Minks excrete is a type of pheromone capable of attracting monsters. You can lure monsters by using a Stink Mink and then approaching a monster. Once they detect the pheromone, they'll follow you until the effect wears off. Monsters in a lured state achieve either by enraging them or using a Stink Mink will go after the player for a limited amount of time. You can thus lead the monster, but it may lose track of you when moving to areas where it can no longer pursue or when you're too far away by luring a monster. All this this detail, man. And this is a Switch 1 game that, you know, I'm playing on a Switch 2. You'll be able to have them fight or wrestle over territory. This can result in massive damage between them or even have them going into a multiple state. If you come across a Stink Mink, use it to lure your target to another monster and watch the mayhem unfold. So this is how you easily get monsters to use to fight. If a monster is being really difficult, you just go ahead with a Stink Mink, get the monster to follow you. After it fights and is knocked out, or it knocks out the other, you can start fighting, and yeah. Just to get some easy damage off on some monsters, use another monster to fight it or whatever else. Alright, so I've already got that tail cut, and I just started fighting this thing. Alright, so I don't want to be hit by, jeez, man, like the range. It seemed like I was definitely out the way, right? I've got to get some, alright, sweet, so healed by the cat. That's something it puts down that, like, rids you of your ailments and stuff. Your element ailments made by the monsters. Alright, so I'll get some damage off. Come on, I'm barely doing anything right. Jesus. Yeah, so the Barioth is one of the more higher class monsters, how it fights. This one isn't going to be as easy. There's a lot of them. They're going to get more difficult as time goes on. So what I'm going to do is, some of my episodes are going to be me chaining monsters. What that is, I'm going to be fighting a certain monster like 3 or 4 times until I can get my armor up. Because look at this, I'm still taking a heat of damage, I'd say. Until I can get my armor good. Some episodes are going to be one particular monster, and I literally name it that, I guess. Me chaining whatever monster, and you'll know. If you're a Monster Hunter fan, then you'll like this, because I'm definitely not bad at what I do. Alright, come on. You get this sharpen. Come on. Hopping around like an idiot. Had to be the Ice Blast, yeah. So got you. Ah, it's knocked out. I think this is a bit loud, I'm not sure. I'm just gonna turn it down a bit. Alright. Destroy this tree. This tree's in the way anyways. Whilst you're born, get that turned on. X plus A. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Combos off. Ah. There we go, there we go. Come on, man. Shit. So I dodged it, good. I got those flies that boost your stamina, stop your stamina from dropping fast enough. So I think I'm fine. Jeez. I'm just trying to get my damage off. That's why I'm being hit so much. That's the only reason. I'm trying to rush this. I'm like 33 minutes in. I want to take out another dying monster this episode. I want some progress, man. I can see that I probably need to upgrade my weapon. Maybe not. These village quests are kind of easy. I'm fighting on my own. Then I don't have like 2 other hunters with me. Shit. I think I took some damage there, yeah. Grab that. Get like a few more potions, because I'm going to use one right now. Alright, so health is back up. A good thing. This thing might pounce again. There we go. I think it's gonna halt after this one. So let me just... Oh no. This thing is annoying. I cut my stamina all the way down just dodging around from this thing. Almost 35 minutes. And we're only at the first for this freaking episode. Hurry up and die, you annoying shit. Ah, more combos. Ah, come on. Come back. Alright, so the mission equips you with, free of charge, courtesy of the guild. You get given some items. So I've got these rations I could use, but I'm definitely going to have to work on that. I'm going to have to, maybe an episode I'm going to have just about hunting, just about, this game is awesome, man. And just about going on expeditions, and like, you'll have like infinite amount of time to just hunt whatever monster you can, get materials from it, cook, do that sort of stuff. So all the raw meats that I need, I'll just be getting off of the smaller livestock living in the area. And yeah, so doing all of this in Raise. Imagine Worlds. I cannot wait for Worlds on Switch 2. I'm so excited for that. So freaking excited. Very, very, very excited. So I'm just going to be doing a lot in this series, and you'll get to see that this, it is amazing, but they're excessive to a fault at some points, to be honest. Capcom does not know when to stop. You'll see what I mean soon enough as I get further into this game. Alright, so let's see. Capcom does not know where to put a limit on this thing. Ah, use my bad bug and pull right back. I know your moves, man. Oh, missed, bitch. You missed. If you've been playing, I guess you saw a glimpse of the icon on my home screen before I started this episode. That Grand Blue Fantasy game that they launched just the other... It isn't out yet, but the demo is out. That thing is amazing, man. Especially if you've got a good enough display that is able to display the raw 60 hertz or multiply it itself, and you get the raw 60 hertz. That game looks amazing. So I'm going to be capturing this for sure because I want as much material. Say I need something for an armor or a weapon. I won't be... Yeah. Oh my god, alright. And I've got my trank bombs, yeah. I'm going to be capturing this for sure. Come on, don't run, please. Oh, got away from that. And trank bombs. Come on, got him. Jesus, the freaking, I almost said yeah. The claws had me a bit. Alright, so that's 37 minutes in, and I finished Barioth, so we're going to go on ahead to another monster. And I really hate to be, in the past I did it a lot with some of my Pokemon series, like Pokemon Heart Gold on YouTube. I was playing Soul Silver actually for YouTube, but my personal game was Heart Gold. I would fight, say a route had like a bunch of Pokemon trainers. I'd like fight some of them, and then I'd pause the recording and like come back after I finish all of them, and then I'd carry on. And it was to make the episodes interesting and not too prolonged and ridiculous. So yeah, I am thinking about doing that here, but the nature of it, I'm way older, like I should be able to do whatever. People are very dishonest these days. People might go ahead and say that I'm not the only one playing this and I'm getting help or some shit. So I'm doing everything myself right here. You still can't tell if it's me I'm talking, but no, the nature of it, and I need to get a webcam. I need to get a separate cam recording whilst doing this and editing them in, stuff like that. It's going to take a while though. Alright, so something that I've been missing that I need to begin adding into, yeah, some nullberries and get those auto sorted, yeah. So nullberries I have added in, like anytime I get like ice or paralysis or dragon blight or anything like that, I can heal myself in fight. So that. Next is for 4-star, we have Rathian. Alright, so Rathian is seriously weak to I'd say electric, and yeah, electric and paralysis does a deal on those things. I think is mostly gold Rathian. So let's see what I can get here for weapons. At least I'm 39 minutes in, and that isn't too bad. I could do at least 2 monsters after all the talking I've been doing in it. You know so I can create these, but these ones are still saying unknown because I just fought Barioth. There it is. There's the Barioth tree is now opened. There's the Rogi tree. There's the whatever those are, and they're not unlocked as yet. I think this, no, this is something else. But one of the electric is going to be Xenoga for sure, and you know you get the gist now, and there's a lot of them. So I'm gonna stick with this weapon still yet because it's what I have right now. There's nothing else I can do after I craft this. Let's see. I'm gonna craft this upgrade. Yeah. No. Oh, it does unlock. Alright, so that's 90. I'm not sure what that is. This was... So, let's see. 150. I think that's peak right now, to be honest. 150. No wonder. It upgraded. I think that's peak for right now, to be honest. Because these weapons aren't... Yeah, they have, like, advantages. They have elemental abilities, those weapons. But, next episode, what I'm gonna do, because this is gonna go peak on difficulty like really fast. The very next episode, I'm thinking if I should go to Bikadachi or Volvidon, and yeah, I'm thinking I need to do 3 more, so all 3 of them anyway. I'm just gonna go with this, man. I'm decent enough that I think I could get this done, to be honest. But this game is not YouTube friendly at all. I'd say it is not. This is not YouTube friendly because the amount of hours you've got to put in, or in my case, the amount of gameplay, let's just word it like that, you've got to put in to get these. Let's see, let's go over to my chat menu, press Y. Alright, so no, nothing was said about the Buddy Plaza that's down there. So yeah, fine. So this is Rathian cutscene, first time in this playthrough. Alright, let's go on.
Arid plains at night, flames billowing high. This is where she makes her realm. Best to not go nigh.
Oh snap.
Fire scorching the earth, lighting up the sky.
Oh my god.
When her highness sets her eyes on you,
These cutscenes are so well done.
to say goodbye.
Queen of the land, Rathian. Oh ho ho, hype. Hype. Let's go. In case you're not aware, Rathalos is like a big fan followed monster. Let me say it like that. And Rathian is like the wife of the Rathalos. Rathalos is the male. I do have it right. I'm correct. Am I? Or is it the other way around? I think I'm quite sure Rathalos is the male, man. Male, man. Male. the guy. Or either way, this route is a lot more complex than a lot of the other areas. You just keep one area and that's it. But there's like 3 routes we're going to be going. You'll see what I mean. I did use this route in other episodes already. So for those who are watching in order, I'll have a link in this video description with my playlist with all episodes in order as they follow on, as all episodes that exist so far, all 10 of them, this including the 9 before. And yeah, you can watch those. But yeah, so I'm gonna go this route, cut these. I usually use the Palamute, and just the Palamute's weapon cuts through them a lot quicker and more like smoothly. But I'm doing what I can. Run up straight, nah. Ah. Flip here. Alright. Hunter is already tired. So dang annoying. This voice reminds me of the that assistant, that open field assistant that you meet, that girl in Monster Hunter World. If you've played that game, you'd know who I mean. She lost her cat at the beginning, and oh god, I wasn't looking to fall right down. I wasn't my aim here, because I'm gonna get back over here. Climb up, thank you, good. And so that I have a proper line of sight, I'm gonna run all the way back up, and you'll see what I'm doing. Dang it, I don't think I got enough speed, but at least I got all these spirit birds. So I think that's actually fine. I don't need those. Those are just like I call them guild points that you get for collecting those shiny ones. So like ignore those. Once you're in the good line of the jump, you get these spirit birds there. Then I come up here. Alright. I collected these on mistake because I was like, if it was a bit above, I could have what I call ear stop, and I was pressing A to do that. But E is for everything, man. Sometimes you're calling your Palamute. You've got to get really like skillful in this as well, and it can be annoying. Sometimes you're calling your dog, your Palamute, with the A button, and you're right where an item is, and the game cancels your Palamute call. So to pick up that item, or at least because you're holding the button, the Palamute call ends, and you're just there standing up. You've got to run from where the item is, or snatch it up and then continue running. It like everything is A button. It's dang annoying. I wish they were a little more genuinely like creative with that, because that gets in the way. It is like annoying as hell. You'll see what I mean. It's gonna happen at least once during certain big fights, like where items are everywhere. Items are everywhere, like unrealistically in this. I even see, and maybe this is more realistic than World in that sense, because things do grow all over the place and stuff like that. You've got mushrooms everywhere, those bits of plants you can pick up. But what would be insane, I tell you, and I can see happening, because believe it or not, the Monster Hunter Stories 3 that we're playing right now, that launched on Switch 2, it has, I missed this the other episode. I was, people are going to be like, who rewatches their own episodes? But I was rewatching an episode before, and I saw that I missed that. Those are like relic records that I left around the place by some old explorers, and I kind of literally ran and left that in a previous episode. But anyways, the the this game is something else. Let me just say, all right, like it's too much all in one. So I've been all these items all over the place, collecting, and it's going to get in the way at some point. So I collected those. Yeah, health is up to par, energy is up to par, and we're going for. All right, a lot of this area hasn't been explored as yet. Just do that for fun. What's this? All right, so this RATHIAN is going to be, let's see. It's going to get in the way at some point for sure. What I would be amazed to see happen is, Monster Hunter Stories 3 is actually in storyline with this. There's an area, the Sunbreak DLC called the Citadel, and this is no story spoiler warning for Monster Hunter Stories 3. Believe it or not, this doesn't spoil anything. But the area that, the castle and the kingdom that you experience in Monster Hunter Stories 3 is actually the destroyed citadel. The citadel, the destroyed area in the DLC in this game, is actually the citadel, is actually the kingdom in Monster Hunter Stories 3. So the fact that they're like crossing these worlds in that way, I would not be surprised if there is going to be, I ever find out soon enough that there's going to be Monster Hunter Rise 2. And at this Monster Hunter Rise 2 could end up using graphics similar to this Monster Hunter Stories, this Monster Hunter Rise 2 could end up using graphics similar to Wales. Alright? I would not be surprised if they do that, if you get another one. And then you'd see how, believe it or not, this is actually an evolution. How they planted these items all over the place is going to be way more realistic, because I think in World, you've got items in a particular spot and that's it, and you can remember where they are and you go collect, and they're across the world in a particular way. It's very, I'll argue, not realistic, because the way that things spring up in the real world, like if you know like botany and that sort of stuff, they don't follow any rules sometimes, like per se, that much. Like you get things springing kind of randomly. All right, let me use my Belden Steak and Yearly. I'm gonna need to naturally replenish these, like I said earlier in this video. So I'm gonna have to sometimes go on hunts where I'm just literally foraging. I'm just picking items up. Ah, shit. Made sure to dodge that. Don't want to be hit by that. Oh, I guess the right tail swipe. First tail swipe. Lands again. This thing is heavy. Like, biology-wise, Rathian and Rathalos are heavy as hell. So these things swing at you a few times. They've got to land on the feet. Unless it's a really strong, like, Gold Rathian or something. Shit. And that doesn't even make sense because gold is heavy as hell, and I guess the gold Raffian should be moving a lot slower. But you know, maybe in the future when we get a more updated Monster Hunter game, more realistic, even more realistic than Wales, we'd have some heavy gold Raffian fighting. Is going to be hilarious, but it'll make sense. They're barely able to snap at us, and it takes a bunch of time, maybe 5 seconds to like launch off to fly up in the air and then kick at us. When things get that realistic, although they already kind of are in Wales, and it's very impressive, these things are, I'm speaking about Wales a lot, despite the fact that I'm playing Rise, I know, right? But we've already had, for those who don't know, we've already had an official announcement from the developers that Wales is being worked on for Switch 2. So there is the I told you so. I've been telling people, and people laughing, saying it would never come to Switch 2. But these people are underestimating this hardware. They're underestimating Nintendo. Nintendo has been booking on lower powered hardware since the Nintendo GameCube. Believe it or not, the 64 was on par with other systems quite a lot for its time. It's GameCube when the PS2, yeah, came out. And the PS3 then was on par. You know, the Wii was then behind in a sense. People are going to argue the Wii was 720. And no, the Wii was 480, believe it or not. The Wii was 480 at a PS3. It was already booking some high resolutions and stuff. But, you know, Nintendo was being smart because they focus more on the characters and the story content instead of being what you'd call a graphics hoarder. That PlayStation was, oh, my games are pretty, that's it. And half of them don't even belong to PlayStation. So, yeah, it played out well for Nintendo in the end. This thing is already done. Look at this shit. Quite easy. These village quests is not going to be this easy for sure. So when I finish these village quests, I'm going to be going on some expeditions. I think I'll have those like readily available as soon as I go into the hub anyways. This is the village, then there's the hunter hub. I'm going to be just for the beginning portion of that, the hub playthrough, I'm going to be freaking just doing some expeditions and getting some materials. Like I'll be taking down monsters and restarting, you know, maybe taking out 3 monsters in one run. And then, you know, getting some like some raw meats and stuff. But yeah, it's gonna be fun. Alright, so what I'm doing here, making sure that I get my damage off, I'm glowing red. That's when I turn on my rage mode or demon mode. I like to call it rage mode because that's what it is. But for the people who like demonic stuff, I don't know, they like the name. That was actually a raw translation from Japanese. Do not ask me how I know. Don't get all weird in my comments, but it was supposed to be rage mode. And it was changed to demon mode because the Japanese call it demon mode, and people like that. It sounds a lot cooler for a lot of people, right? But it was supposed to be rage mode, I'm quite sure. Yeah, and they changed it to demon mode because people like it a lot. So yeah, when I'm changing into rage mode, I go red, and I am still having that energy come off my weapon. It's not the body of the hunter, it's actually the weapon, the hunter as well too. But it's, yeah, people are something. Alright, so cut through those quite easily. I could get attack, it's still useful because I could get attack other than health. There are a lot of other things that get boosted. There's affinity from those. Alright, so it went right here. Saw me. It even saw me before I saw it. That's why you've always got to be like totally aware of your surroundings, or you know, the worst could happen. Or I was going to press the Y button and press the X there. Just no attack. Oh, tail off of you as well. Sweet. For idiots who like to say that that the dual blades are bad, look at this shit. You cannot be getting these things off as easy with a freaking sword and shield or anything of the sort. Because I'm actively cutting across from head to tail all the time. Oh. So that eventually veers the tail off, that it easily gets cut off. And tails are useful for armor crafting and stuff. Some armors need the tail. Very useful. Especially with Zinogres. Zinogre is going to be easy as hell for me. I fought Apex Zinogre for the first time. And I fought it for the first time in this like a good few months ago, over a year ago. I was like, man, this thing is going to be... The thing was so easy for me. I was like, alright, so I don't see myself being in trouble here. Then, like I said earlier in this episode, I missed out on the curio materials in the game, and like how to really work through that system. And I was struggling because I was not curio upgrading my weapons. This game has too much. You already upgraded weapons to max, and then you've got to curio upgrade them on top of that. I literally took off a freaking I literally carved a tail in front of this thing. It must be pissed. Get my stamina back up, so just turn it off a bit. Oh, the combo is so awesome. So I didn't say it yet. Ah shit. I think I did I forget? Yeah, I didn't replenish it. Shit. I forgot to replenish it. Shit. Took up a pitfall, a trap from in my bunch. Dang it. So I've got to kill it. Yeah, but got it. Turn this back on. Get some more damage. Easy. Alright, I at least got the tail, so that was good. That gave me a marrow. It's limping away, so it's close to death. Wherever it goes, we got it. Wherever this thing goes. Alright, so what I want to do quickly, I'm gonna actually just run around, and because this thing is close to dead anyway, I don't think it heals that fast wherever it's going to sleep, because when they're hurt that much, they go someplace to rest and literally go sleeping somewhere, maybe the nest. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just complete this area, like all the fogged up areas. Gonna be bottom left. There's a little map. I'm gonna clear the map up because that's gonna be useful for later down. Yep. I already know the area quite well, but then there could be things that are necessarily known in the area, and I wouldn't be able to see them just because I didn't bother to run out here as yet, and I could miss a lot because of that. So I'm just gonna clear this map up, then we're gonna go for that thing. Yeah. So run across this plane, across area 10. It ran all the way. Another cool something, you press plus, the menu button. This is running on both switch 1 or switch 2. You press the plus button. Then you press the Y button, and you're in the map menu, I call it. And then you press A for fast travel, and I choose the main camp because it's near this main camp area, and I just jumped myself over there. For those who didn't know about that, if you've got other camps unlocked already, that's very useful. You can actually jump close to where a monster is, like especially if you're like short on time for slaying it. That happens a lot in Monster Hunter, especially if you're not the Bunny Dango type. You want to be mature and adult and just play this without Bunny Dango. Monsters get pretty close. I think like 10 minutes into the mission failing due to running out of time. You've got to kill monsters by a certain amount of time. Alright. So this is 58 minutes. This is definitely going to be going over an hour then. So there it is. You stupid bloke, you. Whoa. Wasn't phased at all. You're going to be phased now. Ah. Shit, I thought it was out the way. Shit. Get that. It's angry. I've got I was saying I've got an antidote, but this cat is very helpful. I don't currently have a cat helping me on missions that is a helper cat like that. There are different types of them. There's like attack ones and stuff. I've got an attacking one. I think a bomber as well. There we go. So I knew it was really close to death anyway. So I just cleared the map up. I can see the areas. And yeah, I get these materials crafted because sadly I forgot to freaking I wasn't going to do this, but I do have the memory for it, so I'm definitely going to do it. I don't, and how much battery do I have? 25? No way, no way, no way. The only reason this battery is so low is because I've been playing this before. I didn't charge it before episode. I'm definitely going to start doing that. But this thing was going for about an hour, and my battery's still fine. A lot of people, this system would have been dead by now, because like I explained, I'm gonna have that in the video description as well, because I mentioned it here. I have a video detailing how best to use your Nintendo Switch 1, how best to use your Nintendo Switch 2. I detail how to get the best out of your battery, stuff like that. And yeah, you've got to charge your Switch 2 using your Switch 1 charger. I know, right? Because the Switch 2 cable is I'm gonna have a part 2 for that in the future as well. I'm planning on that. The Switch 2 charger is a speed charger, and if you're using a speed charger in any device, the battery is going to be what I call short, because it's being charged so quickly that the system never compensates for actual 100%, and it just runs down as fast as it goes up, because it's being artificially, no, what's the word I'm looking for? It's not actually being charged up to 100%. That's it. All right, it's not actually going up to 100%. It's being charged too quickly. And when you use a Switch 1 charger that, is more gentle on charging and delivering energy, the system gets a fluent, proper charge up to 100%. And I could argue, I could tell you, I could say for sure that the Switch 2 ends up lasting a good few hours more. Believe it or not, it is quite awesome for people who knew nothing about that. So go ahead, if you have a Switch 1 and you have the charger. I have my charger, but I put that back up in the box. I even stopped using the Switch 2 cable because it is not nice. The way that it charges the system. I've got a stock Samsung Type C to Type C I'm using. I'm definitely not about that shit. Alright, so that came with my phone. I used that. I never ended it. I already had a Type C before for use with my other phone. So like the Type C that came with my phone, there's like a cable that comes in the box. Alright, so where is it? Yeah, I need one of these. And put these back in here as well. I've got 24. That's quite nice for when I want to go cooking. And why is this? Alright, so auto sort. There we go. I guess they were at the back of the list. So yeah, that's it. So I wanna sort these. Why is this then why are these in front of the traps? They sure it's usually other way around. I guess I can move them. I've got them set up a lot differently in my freaking main playthrough section. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put you up, put you up, put you up, put you here, put you here. Alright. Yeah. I think that's about it for what I need, and my welding states, I can place those somewhere around here. The reason I'm putting these in particular spots and being so tedious with this is another something. When you're scrolling through your items, the items that are more similar to each other then, right? So that you don't end up scrolling forever wondering where something is. If you forget that that's where you have it, stuff like that, they're going to be right under each other, and it's going to be more convenient. So I put the antidote next to the no berries, and then anything else after that. So I had my flash buying, my flash bombs, and when I get around to creating my thunder. Yeah, so that's been over just about an hour. So what we have here now, there's a special quest. Whoa, special license quest received after completing village quest that the guild uses to determine whether you're ready to increase your gathering hub quest level by 1 rank. So yeah, so I can still increase my gathering hub quest level through these. You can take these tests if your hub quest level is below a certain number and your village quest level is 4-star or more. Guildmaster Hojo will notify you when you've unlocked a hub quest level upon completing a special license test. Note, if you raise your hub quest level beyond a certain point without completing a license test, the test will disappear. So if I go ahead and hub instead, but like I said, I'm going to be going through the village quest first. So this is just to raise my level. I've got to fight 2 of these one time. I'm going to be dealing with this next episode, if anything, because I'm going over an hour and I don't want my episodes to be too long. They can go over like 13 gigabytes and stuff like that in file size, believe it or not. YouTube does a lot to compress file size. The actual, like, if you go, there's like, if you go and you were somehow to find how to check the file size of the YouTube videos, are going to be way less than that. But my raw recordings are quite large, and I don't want them to be too big when I'm like processing and stuff like that. The video takes a while then to get up on YouTube, and I've got to be waiting about an hour or half an hour, and then I'm like totally entirely, because look, it's right 4 o'clock in the morning already. The sun is going to be coming up quite soon. I could have been recording another episode, but if the sun is out, people are walking around outside, I'm going to be truly discouraged from recording another one, and you'll have to wait another few days. So what I like to do is make sure the video isn't too long. But next episode for sure, the special license test I'm going to be taking on to get my hub rank up, so that then I can just get through those quite quicker when we get there. I'm going to be taking those on with speed, and it'll make sense because then I can. So what I'm going to do, I won't be taking on a hub quest. I'll just visit in here, and I want to see if if I have. Yes, I can do. No, I can't. Not yet. No expeditions. Yes, I can. I can. So I'll be doing some expeditions. Expeditions allow you to go to areas freely, no limit on time, anything of the sort, and I can just gather some materials that I desperately need. So I can get a tech trainer then taken down in there. Some yeah, so I can get some materials from in here and then go back and finish the village quest. These are not missions, these are just for gathering materials that are definitely necessary. I'm going to be doing a few episodes like that, and yeah, so let's see. Alright, so that has been this episode 10 of my Monster Hunter Rise Sunbreak playthrough. If you enjoyed, you can click on that like button, leave a comment. I'm sure there are a lot of people downloading YouTube videos now, and freaking that's why a lot of YouTubers are having less views and wondering why. It's not that people aren't watching your videos, it's that people are very paranoid now about the cyber world, all this AI stuff and everything happening. So they're like downloading videos and watching in private on their freaking tablets at home, instead of freaking like watching them on YouTube, and people know when they're watching and people know who's watched and stuff like that. The world is trying to turn on the digital government, I call it. So if you're downloading this and watching, then yeah, I'm still thankful that you're at least watching my videos at all. That's why I'm still making these despite the views being so unnaturally low compared to days before. The amount of views you naturally got was way different. But yeah, like, comment, and that button that says subscribe, follow, please just click on it. I mean, it makes no difference anymore these days. Like, a lot of people think they're not being watched when they really are. Yeah, so good morning, good afternoon, good evening, or good night, wherever and whenever you're watching. This has been Mr. Pokemon 907. This dog is always so close. I swear, dogs are all the same. They purposely programmed this thing this way. Look at him. Or her. Anyways, that's Odie, that's Purr. And we're taking a break until next episode. Yeah, see you then.